Welcome to this week's episode of the Spartan News. I'm your host, Garrett.
And I'm Kylie. In this week's episode, we will be covering Black History Month, the DeKalb County History Center, a look at upcoming postseason for sports, and more.
Hey Spartans, Key Club is selling tickets for a fundraiser on March 6th at 4:45 till 7 p.m. Tickets are $12. Dinners include jumbo fried shrimp or chicken tenders, a baked potato, and coleslaw with a roll. Get your tickets by Friday the 21st.
Did you know there is a live stream on the Sycamore High School YouTube channel right now where you can watch baby chicks hatch in real time? That's right, 2 have already hatched, but you can stay tuned to see more.
FFA Week starts next Monday. The group is holding a fundraiser at Culver's next Wednesday. A portion of all purchases go to FFA. Be sure to check it out and support our future farmers of America.
Summer school registration is now open. Applications can be found in the counseling office for those who wish to take a summer course. The fee is $200. All fees are to be paid at the time of application.
And here's your friendly reminder that tutoring is available every Tuesday and Thursday from 3:20 to 4:20 p.m. Tutoring is also available on Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m.
As you know, February marks Black History Month. It is a time to celebrate the many wonderful achievements of African Americans. But how much do we really know about Black History Month? Well, our very own Jack Wright has conducted some research about this month and has compiled some interesting facts.
Black History Month is the annual celebration of achievements by African Americans and a time for recognizing the central role of African Americans in U.S. history. According to History.com, the story of Black History Month begins in 1915, half a century after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States, with the Harvard-trained historian Carter G. Woodson and the prominent minister Jesse E. Moreland founding the ASNLHAN organization dedicated to researching and promoting achievements by African Americans and other people of African descent. Black History Month is synonymous with prominent figures such as Martin Luther King Jr. for being a key civil rights leader, Harriet Tubman for leading slaves to freedom, Rosa Parks for being another civil rights leader and starting the Montgomery bus boycott, Muhammad Ali for being one of the most iconic African-American boxers in history, Jackie Robinson for becoming the first African-American Major League Baseball player, Langston Hughes for being a fantastic writer and a key component in the Harlem Renaissance, Maya Angelou for being a fantastic poet and a civil rights activist, George Washington Carver for being a prominent scientist and creating over 100 products using one major product, the peanut, and of course, Barack Obama for being the first black president. There are countless other African Americans who have made a profound impact in history. Did you know that before there was Rosa Parks, there was Claudette Colvin? That's right, most people think of Rosa Parks as the first person to refuse to give up their seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. There are actually several women who became before her, one of whom was Claudette Colvin. It was March 2nd, 1955, when the 15-year-old schoolgirl refused to move to the back of the bus 9 months before Rosa Parks' stand that launched the Montgomery Boys boycott. Did you also know that Martin Luther King Jr. improvised his famous I Had a Dream speech the night before the march? Dr. King began working on his speech with a small group of advisors in the lobby of the Willard Hotel. The original speech was more political and less historic, according to Clarence B. Jones, and did not include any reference to dreams. After delivering the now famous lines, "We are not satisfied and we will not be satisfied until justice rolls down like waters and righteousness like a mighty stream," Dr. King transformed his speech into a sermon.
Thanks, Jack. Be sure to check your school email to participate in the school-wide Black History Month trivia contest with a chance to win some great prizes like a pair of Beats headphones or a Fitbit. We now go to a short break. When we return, we will visit the DeKalb County History Center.
Hey upperclassmen, do you need prom tickets?
Yes!
Hey underclassmen, do you want a free Amazon Echo Dot?
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck. Through the library's A project, you can win prom tickets or an Amazon Echo Dot. Simply log into the online catalog through the library's homepage, sign in with your Google account, and leave the book review for any of this year's Illinois Teen Reader's Choice List book selections for the Distinguished Lincoln Award. For each of the reviews you post, you'll get a prize. 1 review gets you Spartan books, 2 books get you earbuds, 3 books will get you 2 tickets for the State Street Theater, and 4 books will qualify you for the grand prize, which is drawn at the end of April. Come on down to the library for more information. Keep reading, Psycho High.
Welcome back, Spartans. Did you know that there are many aspects of Sycamore that are connected to Black History Month? From the Underground Railroad to many prominent Black families, there's a lot to learn. This past week, I had the chance to speak with Mrs. Michelle Donahoe about the Beard family and their involvement with our town.
Hello, my name is Michelle Donahoe. I'm the Executive Director of the DeKalb County History Center, and we're happy to share some information for Black History Month with Spartan TV. Our exhibit is called Crossroads Change in Rural America, and we're talking about what is rural. And one of the stories that we feature in this exhibit is the story of one-room schoolhouses. And the interesting story that connects this to Black History Month is the story of Henry Beard. He was from Kentucky and came to, had escaped from slavery and joined some of the soldiers during the Civil War in the 105th Regiment. He fought with them, and after the war, he served as a cook with these soldiers. Then after the war, they invited him to come up to Sycamore. He lived here for a while, was able to save some money, and wanted to start a life here in Sycamore. David West sold him land for $5 an acre. And again, this was near North Grove School. So this is where the story gets very interesting. Henry and Judy had 14 children, although only 2 of them survived to adulthood. Another great part of this story, though, is how it connects to today. The North Grove School Association that operates the North Grove School, which is on the National Register of Historic Places. So this is an amazing treasure right here in our own backyard. They have an annual event every summer. And over the years, they've been able to reconnect with the Beard family. So there are descendants of Henry and Judy Beard that still come up to Sycamore every year and visit the same place where their ancestors had gotten their education. So it's a wonderful connection between the past and the present. For more information about this exhibit, please stop by. We have a great panel here with lots of details, as well as some other fabulous stories about DeKalb County's history.
I found it really interesting to see all the ways African Americans involved in our town's past. I would encourage all of you to take some time to visit the DeKalb County History Center to learn more. We now go to the short message. On the other side, we will have this week's episode of Spartan Sports with Stu.
Hey, yo, Nelly, what's wrong?
I'm just worried about Julio.
I don't know, he's been acting weird lately.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Spartan Sports with Stu. I'm William Stewart, and this week we'll catch you up on all the scores from the past week and take a look at all the postseason action ahead. Let's kick things off with wrestling. Last week, before their sectional matches, reporter Kylie Ryder had the chance to speak with wrestling coaches Coach Nelson and Coach Lyle, as well as senior wrestler Zach Kazemplik. Let's cut to the tape.
How have you prepared for sectionals?
Just a tough week in the room and getting my body healthy.
How are you feeling going into sectionals?
Feeling pretty good. I like my pull in the bracket, so it should be fun.
What are your expected results for sectionals?
Hopefully take first.
Plans for wrestling after high school?
Wrestling in college somewhere. I don't really know where yet, but we'll find out.
How's the season been going so far?
I think we've been wrestling really well. We were coming off just winning the conference tournament and then came up short to Aurora Christian in the regional, but we were able to get 11 guys through to the sectional tournament, and we had 1 alternate, so obviously we had a really good week of practice, and now we're hoping to get a handful of guys through to the tournament.
What are your hopes for the rest of the season?
second in, and again, winning to share the conference championship, take it first at the conference tournament and second at regionals. I think we had a lot of guys step up that were young and pull through in a lot of different situations, and I think as a whole they grew a lot as the year went on, and then obviously getting 11 through to the sectional tournament and one alternate. Looking for big things from them coming up this week.
Senior Zach Kazumplick and junior Dylan Schumann both qualified for state. Congratulations to those two. They will have their state finals on Thursday, February 20th through Saturday, the 22nd at the University of Illinois in Champaign. Times for their matches will be available later. The girls bowling team also had their sectional meet last weekend, and it went well for them. They qualified for state by taking third place, and senior Megan Kohlberg took first place for the Spartans. They now head to state competition on Friday and Saturday at Cherry Bowl Lanes in Rockford. Good luck to them, and hopefully they can bring home some hardware. The girls basketball team ended their regular season on a high note by beating Plano 71-20. Yes, that was a 51-point win, and Kylie Fierbach had 17, while Faith Clem complemented the win with 13. And they won their final regular season game at Plano 2 days later. And last night, the girls won their first regional matchup against Rochelle 61-27 with 17 from Kylie Fierbach, and will turn their attention to Dixon in the regional final here at 7 on Thursday. Be sure to come cheer them on as they make a push for the regional title. And the boys basketball team is now 6-1 in their last 7 after beating Woodstock North, Rockford Christian, and blowing out Morris 62-40 with 13 from Xavier Gaggenfane and 12 from Grant McConkey. The guys play Kaneland here on Friday with a 7 o'clock tip-off. It's senior night in the last home game, so be sure to come pack the gym. That's all I have for you this week, Spartans. Good luck to our winter sports teams, and as always, be sure to come back next week for your top-of-the-line coverage of SHS Sports.
It's time for the Spartan Challenge!
This week, we take a look back at the Ghost Pepper Salsa Challenge from last year. 3 Spartans competed to see who can eat the most salsa without getting sick. Let's see how they did.
I'm Julio Milan, and I'm a freshman.
I am the Stephon Thomas, sophomore.
I'm Brady, like the bunch. I'm a junior.
And we're doing the Ghost Pepper Challenge.
Do you see? It's a juice. It's all juice.
You only limit one. Oh.
Not that bad. You need that? I can take it. I'm a tire lever. It's what we do. I'm trying to feel now.
No, I can't. Can we cut? Can we cut? It's bad.
I'm done. So do I win?
That was done after the first bite, dude.
It's spicy, my dudes.
I regret everything.
I feel miserable. I regret doing it. I thought it was gonna be fine at first, but it turned out to be horrible.
You know, it was pretty spicy, but you gotta remember, I'm a tire lever. It's what we do. In times like this, I just say, it's go time.
It's been real with Spartans. That was this week's Spartan Challenge. Woo!
Wow, even after a year, that challenge is still a spicy memory. Sadly, our beloved Brady went home sick after filming this challenge. So let's learn from Brady. Don't eat an entire jar of salsa. Thanks for the lesson, Brady. That's all we have for this week, Spartans. I'm Kylie.
And I'm Garrett. Have a great week, Psycho High.